What the notwithstanding clause does is says, regardless of the fact that we are attacking your fundamental rights or limiting your fundamental rights, and the Charter says that's wrong, we're still going to go ahead and do with it. It's basically a loophole that allows a majority to override fundamental rights of a minority.
Mais il y a aussi des gens qui sont farouchement opposés à la vaccination.
Qui sont extrémistes.
Qui ne croient pas dans la science, qui sont souvent misogynes, souvent racistes aussi. C'est un petit groupe, mais qui prend de la place. Et là, il faut faire un choix en tant que leader, en tant que pays. Est-ce qu'on tolère?
There are people who are non-compliant. There are definitely laws and public health powers that can quarantine people in mandatory settings. It's potential you could track people, put bracelets on their arms, have police and other setups to ensure quarantine is undertaken. It is better to be preemptive and precautionary and take the heat of people thinking you might be overreactionary, get ahead of the curve, and then think about whether you've overreacted later.
These quarantine isolation camps, however, are not limited to people with COVID, but provide a wide latitude for many people to be detained. Surely this government is aware of the intentions to build these isolation camps from coast to coast. And my question to the Premier is, how many of these camps will be built, and how many people does this government expect to detain?
Question.
It's surprising, I think, also to a lot of people. Many people know about the Japanese internment camps that happened after the Second World War. Less is known about the first time we did this.
Yeah, less is definitely known. That's why it's called That Never Happened, because that's often the response that you get when you're talking about the internment operations. It's called Canada's first national internment operations because we did it 2 times, and we've actually invoked the War Measures Act 3 times in our history.
And a reminder for people, that meant that all rights are stripped.
All rights are stripped, and that the government has absolute power over its people.